I say TV, I just mean on the internet. So I can pause it at any time, so let me know if I need to pause it. But once I stop it, not pause it, but stop it, we're done. Okay.
Done as in we're done with the meeting, or we're done
We're
with
done
the
recording. We're done recording. We're done being live.
Oh. Right. That works for me.
Don't worry about that.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
Do we have any changes to the agenda?
We want to do roll call first?
We can do that.
So we'll call the meeting to order at 6:01 p.m. And Ms. Smith?
Yeah.
Ms. Nunn? Here. Mr. David? Here. Mr. Haas?
Here.
Ms. Shaftsma? Here. Don Slack? Mr. Slack? Mr. Wright?
Do we have any changes in the agenda? We need to move anything around. We have a guest, and our guest is?
My name is Janice Troxler.
This is the meeting of the TAC, yes. And did you want to be on the agenda?
Yes, I had called last week and
Okay.
Mrs. Troxler was advised, she talked to me, and she'd been told by Jim Birch to bring the issue to the TAC. And so I suggested that
Is it on the agenda?
the agenda had been sent out, and so I
Okay.
suggested that she come, and I told her that you would probably ask her and that we could probably put her item first.
We'll do that. Okay. So as soon as we get to the agenda items, we'll talk to you, Ms. Troxler. Approval of minutes. Did everyone read the minutes?
Yes.
To approve.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstained? Okey dokey. So we are at the agenda items. Would you like to come up to the mic? This is brand new to us, so hey, you're here at a good time. What can we do for you?
Well, my question was in regards to memorial signs placed along roads, and the one that I'm most concerned with is on Holcomb Boulevard, just after you have left the intersection of Redland, Abernathy, you go up Holcomb. A young fellow was killed there last July, and they put up this memorial. And I find it very distracting, and it's a really bad part, I think, of the road to have a sign there. A lot of people are gawking. And so I just need to know what the understanding is on those rulings for those signs. Like I say, it's been there since July.
That was July of '09?
Correct.
Okay.
I've noticed that the guardrail there has been damaged since. I have no idea why. Was it due to that, or what? Bad driver?
And anything could be true. I don't personally know the answer to your question. Does anybody in the room know the answer to this question?
Is it a cross or is it something else?
Well, it isn't just a cross. A cross would be fine, but you have a cross, a picture, a document, tons of flowers. So you've got a lot of walkers right there at the curve, bicyclists. I just think it's a dangerous part of the road to have one of those signs.
How close is it to the roadway?
Well, this is a two-lane highway road, and I don't know, it's just on the shoulder there. But it's right in the curve. So you should be paying attention to your driving and doing the curve,
Right.
going up or down the hill.
Is there anything the city already has a policy or? I don't know if there's any city. Yeah.
The memorial signs are fine for me. It's just that one location I find dangerous. Corner there.
Exactly. What we will do is we'll look into it, and if you can leave your name and phone number, obviously not on tape, we will get back to you.
I appreciate it. And thank you for the time.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Okay, moving along, committee membership update.
That was for the most part to let you know that I put a copy of the city commission agenda in there, and it just says that we doesn't show what action they took, but it shows the mayoral reappointment of Jonathan David and Ron Haas for 3 more years, and they did approve that or pass that. So we have both of those 2 back, and then Mr. Blanchard has retired, and they have advertised the other position, and I honestly don't know the status of, how many applications they've received. But we do have 8 out of 9 members.
I don't think there's any applications. I asked Nancy on Thursday, and she said at this point there is none. So if there's anybody in the audience, they should apply. In the viewing audience?
Audience.
See, Dawn?
I thought we weren't on the camera.
We're high-tech.
I see. Are we on the camera?
We might be.
So mind your P's and Q's, huh?
Exactly.
Assume we are.
Our test run, as we're all a little not knowing what we're doing here. Okay, flashing light at South End and Warner Parrott Roads update.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
And what would be our purpose at that?
As far as the position that the TAC.
You know where it is on the agenda?
This is item 7B on this.
That's what?
7B is probably pretty far down on the agenda.
I would imagine.
We already went to the commission once with kind of a status and a recommendation.
And Nancy Walters gave them a letter, and I'm sure that that's probably in her Nancy's packet, but it's also in your green packet.
Right.
And I believe Bill Blanchard attended that.
Three of us were there, I think, Bill and you. I was there, but I didn't go up front and speak.
And then there's also costs and, other items in the agenda packet. And then our recommendation from our consulting engineer. And again, I'm sure that that's all in Nancy's new packet.
Well, I will be there. I don't know what the TAC would want me to say. Yeah.
And I think that if you said anything, that would just be a repeat of what has
Yeah.
already been said, a recap.
I-
I don't know that you'd want to repeat everything that's been said, because there's a lot of information here, but
To me, all the information that's gathered since then appears to support the original decision when you look through the Nancy staff report.
So do you know,
and what time is the commission meeting?
It starts at 7, and I have the agenda pulled up. It's kind of hard to tell where it's going to fall. There's a proclamation, a legislative update, an annual report from the library, talking about a bond measure, Clackamas Community College bond measure, then citizen comments, and then there's a public hearing on code amendments. There's a right-of-way dedication, that should be a quick one, and then there's the flashing beacon. So, it's going to be at least 8 or 9 o'clock, I would think.
I would think probably closer to 9. I'll be there. If you give me direction?
I would say that the direction is in the letter already prepared by Nancy Walters.
Recap, and wasn't there
that's-
something in here from Bill?
That's repeating the same that we'd already talked about.
Which is really all you can.
Except before it was just kind of an update, and now it's an actual report to the city commission. So, this meeting is more important. And, I'm not saying read it into the letter.
Right.
But,
We wouldn't be doing anything different than what we've already done. It's important to do it, but it would be pretty much the same presentation.
We need to to have a motion to support our previous decision that we stand by it, and because it's coming before us again, I don't know.
Doesn't seem like it, but,
It doesn't seem like it.
I mean, unless something's
We're
changed.
sending somebody to present to the commission on our behalf.
Do we need to make any motion?
We're sending somebody
honestly,
to
I think it might
represent.
be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, it's going before them again.
And
new
if she's
information.
representing the TAC,
She's representing all of us at that meeting. I think you need to
Okay,
have
so
our support.
what
that we-
motion would we like to make?
Yes.
That we support, yeah.
To move to affirm city engineer's decision to remove substandard flashing and reception control beacon at the intersection of South and Mountain Road and replace it with 36-inch high sign. Nancy's moving towards. If they don't, then they would be moving to.
Is that a flashing red light, or what is
It was.
that? I know it was, but you're saying, or move to a traffic control beacon, is that the same as a flashing red light? I mean, that's a recommendation.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, but wouldn't the motion come from TAC that we want to support what we've already put forth before the commission? I mean, it's up to them. We've already made our decision. We've already said that we don't need it, that we don't.
Well, and our decision was based on, then I'm probably going to get the terminology wrong, but on the statement that the uniform traffic control guidelines
Yes.
say that this is no longer an appropriate place for the light. And what we're trying to do, and correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is what we're trying to do is be consistent about how we apply the rules, as opposed to in one neighborhood we apply them this way, and in another neighborhood we apply them. If we have similar and like circumstances, we should be applying the rules the same way.
Yes.
So based on the understanding that the change follows those guidelines because the use of that road has changed, we support the decision to follow the guidelines.
That's no different
Yes,
than what we've already done.
Well, that what we're saying is that we're reaffirming what we already did, because we're going before the commission again.
Doesn't make sense. We've made a decision, and the decision hasn't changed. I don't know why you had to have a motion to reaffirm the decision you've already made. Nothing's changed.
Well, I think it's more of a statement. You don't necessarily have to have a motion, but if everybody is in agreement too, you know, I mean, you don't really have to have
I mean,
a,
we can go say what we said before, I mean,
Yeah.
but how can we say any different unless we have a presentation of some different information and we have another vote?
well, we could say it a different way.
I guess we could just say, when we go there, that the TAC discussed the issue, and we stand behind our previous decision.
Right, and so if that's what everybody's saying, I guess, that it doesn't need
And
to
is
be a
everybody
motion.
comfortable with that?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, we have a direction. (2008) 2009 TAC annual reports to the City Commission. And Bill presented those, correct?
It's just for your information, a copy for your information.
List of stuff. Any other comments or input on the list? Moving on. Beaver Creek Road School Zone.
Yeah, that's this email.
Was printed out and
The gist of it is that the county and are you aware that this has to do with the speed zone on Beaver Creek Road? And the county and the city determined that the speed zone was not necessary because it was a high school and there were other factors. The school district decided that they did not want, even though it doesn't meet the warrants for a flashing light, they still want a flashing light there, and they have said they'll pay to put the flashing light in. if we're removing the speed zone, the school speed zone. And so I guess we thought that we were going to go forth with that. We would enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the school district, the city and the school district, and then, we let the county know about that. And anyway, the county is saying that not so quick. They are saying all of the reasons for not putting a flashing light in still exist. And so anyway, if you were to read all this, it basically says that it's pretty much on hold until we get it all straightened out. We thought we had come to kind of a resolution, but, there's 3 public entities involved, and so things aren't solved so quickly.
Not complying with warrants, I would see would be a huge issue of installing something that didn't meet the warrants.
We still would like to reduce the speed there. I believe that Nancy Crusher wants to reduce it. It's right now 45, and I believe that she would like to see that she believes the warrants are 40 or 35, maybe?
40.
I think she might want even 30.
It's in the book,
Yeah.
in here, 40, but she wants
Okay.
35?
She wants it reduced. And so anyway, we have to come to a resolution between the 3 entities.
Okay,
Okay?
so more to be known when information is
Apparently, this
available.
kind of this just came to light within the last week. She just started getting email volleys from the county. So,
Okay,
The good news is we don't have to do every school zone in the city.
that is true. Main Street, Agnes Street intersection configuration.
I don't know, I was going to I just wanted to let everybody in the TAC know about what finally ended up down by the Cove. I don't know, did you have any, are there maps in here?
map in there.
There's a map in there. So I don't know, I'm the one that asked it to be put on the agenda. At one point in time, there was going to be a
Yes.
alignment of Main Street, and with the last, the final development plan down there, and the apartment buildings, the actual alignment of Main Street remains as it is now. And then there's also, you see the roundabout that's at Agnes. And the other thing is that Agnes will remain a dead end. ODOT wouldn't allow us to proceed all the way through to Washington Street. You know that the little street that goes down to the old bridge, to Gladstone Bridge, that's actually named Washington.
I was wondering
Yeah.
if that was
And
where the other one.
everybody, that's the, I guess, extension of Washington that goes in front of Home Depot. So that always confuses people. But anyway, the intent was to try to get Agnes to go through there, so there would be access to that interchange at the 205 and 213. And ODOT did not want that, so the only access will be, is the right word, bollards, that can be with locks on them, that the fire department for emergency can take down and go through there, but public access will have to go back down Main Street and from Main Street over to 99. And, that project is moving forward. I mean, we likely will start moving dirt.
When?
And, it's the Cove, the
That'll be nice.
urban renewal project down at the old gravel pit down behind the Oregon City Shopping Center. So anyway, it was just an informational thing. I thought the TAC ought to know where Main Street was going to be. So
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Oregon City Westland Bridge closure.
that right now has been delayed. It was supposed to have happened in January, and there has been some, I think there's a relook between the feds and the state related to some bridge issues. So right now, it's been delayed? Have you heard? The last I heard was like sometime in the summer possibly,
I put
but,
Amber Holbeck's email in here.
oh, that's right. Okay.
Today, the bid won't go out until the spring of 2010, which then places the closure beginning late 2010 to early 2011.
And what that's done for the downtown merchants is just given a little more time to prepare for that closure and what it's going to do to business. And also, we do have, ODOT authorized a circulation study for downtown. And there's a consultant being paid by ODOT to take a look at the possible return of two-way traffic on Main Street and some other circulation issues. And so if some of those are actually a benefit while the bridge to retail, while the bridge is closed, there may be some slight opportunity for that to be implemented once the study's done. So anyway, that's the latest on, we don't call it bridge closure, it's the bridge enhancement project. The closure sends the wrong message because downtown is not going to be closed. Downtown's going to remain open. And quite honestly, it's going to be a real asset to downtown when the bridge is done. It's just going to be real painful getting from here to there.
Lines on Warner Milne Road. Isn't that going to be awfully confusing to have a shift right in the middle of that stretch where you've got a turn lane and then you've got no turn lane?
No left turn to come off of Warner Milne to go by Walgreens to go to President Danielson's. It'll back traffic all the way into the Mall Road. It's not that far away.
There will be a left turn
There,
into Walgreens, yeah.
we're into that road now
Off of Warner Milne?
And they haven't,
for Warner Milne and into the movie theater down below. Or into the Oregon City like you used to go to, down Oregon, well,
there would be into the,
biggest problem I kind of wonder about is not having a turn lane there where you turn to go by Walgreens, even though you can't turn in there supposedly. But you're going to back traffic up, somebody waiting there forever if there's a lot of traffic coming toward them. You're going to back traffic up right out into Mall Road.
off of Warner Milne. That could be a big mess if you didn't have that.
So if you're keeping the left turn lane in there, is there going to be a purchase of additional right of way?
I think on the end where the turn pocket is we bought that land for that, we bought the land that makes that.
At the Warner Milne, along with.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, there was right.
Okay, so the bicycle lanes will go all the way then?
Yes.
Okay, that was my concern.
Okay, crackling on cement surfaces at McLaughlin Promenade.
Just the informational piece,
And there were
To let you know
pictures
that-
in here.
to let you know that that's going on.
Is that the new work that's being done, that's cracking?
That's the old stuff, isn't it?
No, that's the new stuff.
It's new stuff.
It has to do with the way it's constructed, and some cracking is to be expected.
Majority of the cracks are in the old stuff, down the grand staircase. There is, actually a new, normally this is like sidewalk.
The old saying, they don't make it like they used to.
Make it like they used to.
Transportation construction projects.
Well, the promenade, the walking promenade, being completed up to. Then you're going to be opening up the section for First Street on the walking promenade.
I put that on there. Doesn't sound like transportation, but I just wanted to make you aware that I have been getting phone calls. I'm sure other people have, because they've been doing a lot of water line replacements, like in Washington. Is it Washington Avenue, Washington Street? And right now they've been working on Lynn, where it turns into Fifth, and we've just had a really big change order, and they're going to be doing some additional work. So anyway, I've been getting a lot of complaints about the conditions of the roads, and so I checked into it, and I don't know if you had the same concerns, but I asked about it, and there are several street sections that they're going to require that the contractor completely repave, like 10-foot widths. They're not going to do the entire roadway, but they'll do, if they trenched in one lane, they'll make them replace the lane. And so if there are any areas that you've noticed that are of a concern to you related to the waterline projects, email me, let me know, and we'll make sure that we let them know. But some of that stuff isn't going to occur until the weather gets better. Some of it's temporary, so we need to wait a couple months.
Just some water lines to replace so we can replace the road above it.
They're probably patching their ditch. It's not well at all. It looks like.
I heard Lynn is really bad, but
It is terrible. It is terrible.
And in
I can't
fact,
imagine anybody wanting to have their name attached to it.
I think Nancy might have said that she even wants that temporary work redone, and then when the weather gets better, then they can repave it. So. Holcomb Boulevard.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. You have an update on that, don't you?
well, I mean, just
Because you just
visually,
somebody just talked to John.
I did,
Brown.
yeah. And that project is moving along. They've got I think almost all the sidewalk is done now. And they've got a lot, the bike lane, I guess is what it will end up being, or the part closest to the curb is gravelled most of the way, and John Burrell said that they have done, somebody's been out to do the compaction tests that they need to do for asphalt. And they were using some of the edge where they had cut that trench had the edge was broken off because of cars driving through that area and stuff. So they had people in the last day or so saw cutting that to make it a straight edge. So when they put the new asphalt in, it'll butt up against the square surface. I think he said it was going to be another 6 weeks or so before it was done.
We actually had another large change order on that.
We got change orders related to
A development.
a development that was has already been approved, and in fact, the neighborhood kind of said, "Yeah, go ahead and make the change," because it's going to be a little bit of a change on the corner of Swan and Holcomb. It won't match up with what's done in the rest of the area due to the fact that there was a required planting strip as a part of whatever that development approval was, and so. And then there was another development that was done inappropriately in the last couple of years, and they had to rip it out and replace it, and I guess the cities had to meet.
Match.
has
Yeah,
had
to match
has
the
had to-
new.
Yeah, so, right. So anyway, it really, at least there are sidewalks for people to walk on, which I think is important, but the rest of it's coming along, and I don't know, I won't say anything about the thing at the bottom of the hill, but I'm not sure that I was as bothered by it as this lady. So. It doesn't distract me at all.
Several people lose their lives in that corner, too.
Well, there have been many
Over the years.
accidents. My son took out part of that guardrail on his motorcycle, and the guardrail that was
Remember,
damaged.
you're on TV.
Well, that's okay. The guardrail that was damaged has been replaced. So, just in the last couple of weeks. So, it's a bad spot.
Downtown sidewalk replacement project.
Gone
It's another one. Actually, this lady over here has been working like crazy. I let her talk about it, but we have to have, I guess City Commission, was it a $200,000 grant for the engineering part that has to be done as a part of grant application? So the consultants have been down on Main Street. Take a look at a variety of things to make sure that the package tells all that we have to do in order to repair and replace sidewalks. There's some of the buildings down there where there are actually basements under the sidewalks, and so there's some engineering, special engineering had to be worked through on that particular issue. And then the issue, it's sidewalks where needed, it's curbs where needed from the mill to 15th.
5th to 15th.
15th, yeah.
On Main Street.
And some of the
and
side,
2 side streets. Is it 7th and on 10th?
and it
2 main
includes,
side streets.
in addition, it includes curbs, sidewalks, street trees were appropriate, and lights were appropriate. And the lights down there were one of the issues on the parking study, that in order to ask people to walk farther distance, the daytime employees, that we needed better lighting. And so, there's an attempt to do all of those things. The grant's about $3 million application, and the grant requires 100% of the property owners in this area to give temporary easements. The easement's a 3-year construction easement. And one would think that would be easy because it's a benefit to the downtown property owners, but
I'm sure you probably have problems.
here and there are people who have had some issues either with the city or with ODOT, and so it's complicated. I've spent literally 2 or 3 days calling and trying to get people in. We were doing
65 to obtain, and we're just over halfway. We've got absentee property owners, and
one building's got 6 owners, so we have to have 6 easements signed. So, it's, yeah, I mean, it's not without some challenges, but
I'll bet not.
I'm really very confident. I mean, the city did a map that shows the ones that we've done, the ones that we're working on, and ones that could be problems. And
apparently this is a really good time as far as ODOT's concerned, because they're trying to do what they can to make the downtown business owners happy, and because of the bridge rehab project. And so they have said, what could be done, and apparently the business owners came up with, that they decided that they needed to be more pedestrian friendly. And
streetscape enhancements.
yeah, and so we have the consultant putting together, I believe for ARRA funding and other funding sources, we have a consultant putting those packages together. And in addition, ODOT has said that they will support our applications, which, we can't always get their support, but they said that they would support us. And so it's kind of our opportune time to get something like this done.
I have some photos that you would just be amazed at some of the degradation of curbs and sidewalks down there.
It means ADA ramps at all the corners.
If you can imagine what that will just do to the look of the downtown as we're trying to revitalize and redo things. So.
What's going to happen, though, if they go to two-way traffic?
That's all being figured in. That'll impact the corners more than anything.
Right.
And some of the parking will become parallel instead of...
Won't be doing the sidewalk project and then having to redo stuff
We
because
don't plan on, the earliest I think the sidewalk project can start, I mean, they're still designing it. We have to get 100%, we have to get the temporary construction easements from 100% of the property owners before we can even apply for funding.
And the circulation study is happening at the moment. So they're all...
So no construction
running
for
down.
Easton here.
Yeah.
So are there new curbs being built? So I didn't hear if there's a stormwater component to this, which is a spendy portion, so how's the water and the stormwater being?
Curbs are only being repaired, as far as I know. So,
That's what I was
is
asking.
that required?
I haven't heard,
New curbs
No.
or existing?
I have
just
heard
repairing the system?
nothing about utilities.
Because whenever you put in curbs, you need to take in
We've
stormwater.
got curbs that are crumbled, and so it's a matter of
So it's just
repair.
repairing,
Right.
not,
Sidewalks.
not installing new
Right.
curbs. Okay.
That's my understanding. And the reason I put as much time as I can, I mean, we're doing a lot, we're spending a lot of money as we can find money downtown. For me, $3 million it'd take forever to get that kind of funds. And so personally, I mean, I've volunteered, and several of us have, to do as much as we can because this is a great opportunity.
Intersection improvements on Malala Avenue at Beaver Creek Road.
This project is under design.
By the Marquee Care Center.
Right.
Downtown Parking Committee.
Don.
Oh, yeah.
This is your night.
It's Don's night.
You know what, basically all I can say on that is, I put that on our next Main Street agenda and asked that, what's his name from Parks,
Scott Archer?
Scott Archer, who's now the new parking guru, come and make a report to us, because the last report I had is, you know, obviously Scott was one of the guys and persons involved in managing all of this new construction, and so this kind of took a back burner. Well, then, of course, this opened up sometime in November, so I'm figuring the back burner excuse maybe has gone away, and see what some of the next steps are with that. So.
And we have, this is bad. Commissioner
Nacita.
Nacita?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Keep reminding me. Memorandum. North End 2.0, rethinking the regional center.
As you can see, he emailed it to former Chair Blanchard and asked that it be distributed, and so it is in your packet for your information.
And future agenda items.
Oh,
I have one.
Terry, do you have any? Let's get some action on this end. Do you want to go, Betty?
Mine's going back to 2nd Avenue, going on to 99E, where Old Arts Cafe is, and people parking where the turn sign is in that lane. Even though they've put a reader board out, you know, that there's additional parking in the museum, you people have put no parking arrows, but one is close to where the bus stop is, and one is on the corner.
There are two no parking signs there.
But there isn't one where the arrows are, and people are parking below the arrows. I mean, they can park 2 to 3 cars between the entrance of that little driveway and the driveway going out.
Between the two driveways?
Yes. On the road where the arrows is, and there are cars parked
but
there.
I thought that there was a no parking sign on each end, because I remember that one.
And there is. There is
And
a
I can
parking
see
sign
that
by
now.
the tree.
Yeah.
By the oak tree.
There's one on
Right.
each end, and are there not arrows?
There are, but people are not observing.
They're not observing it.
Well,
Maybe that
You know.
could be a police act.
And I don't know whether they
I
can
think
put
it's
a
an
no
enforcement
parking
issue.
sign. Can they put one below the 2 arrows?
I'm sure they could. They're reluctant to, what I get from the sign department quite often is they're reluctant. They say it's not their problem, that it's signed appropriately, and, but I don't have any problem asking again.
Maybe you could give it to code enforcement or the police.
Problem with code enforcement is that they were from 8 to 5.
Oh, that's
And
true.
so I believe it's a police enforcement issue, you know, and
They're probably not writing a lot of parking tickets these days.
they have
They have other
employees.
priorities.
They have temporary employees in there covering it.
No, I'm at the police department. You're talking about code enforcement.
Well, they don't write parking tickets. However, can't they cite them for other reasons? I mean, I'm not a police officer. Can't they have them towed?
I'm just saying that traditionally, we've had a very a low number of police people compared to.
Traffic.
And so I
Traffic
suspect that something
officers.
like that would be a low priority compared
Right.
to murder cases. And, you know, I know that, I think they have that at least that we had read in the last couple of years, that they have a priority on what they'll respond to, so.
I go home that way, and I come in that way, and I was seeing cars parked there at one time. Then I thought for some reason they put in an additional sign, and when I go home, I never see cars parked there anymore. But so when is it that you?
It's usually like on a Friday night or a Saturday night.
So the busy bar hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a popular place.
And other than they're not going to want to paint the curb yellow. Okay. Okay. So that's helpful, and I'll ask. It's just a sign.
Does the city still have a Chiefs Advisory Committee meeting?
Yes. The 19th, no.
Would that be online?
It would be online, yes.
They're almost like their own separate little entity, so you don't always.
But if you go to the main calendar,
Okay.
it would be there. And I'm thinking it's Thursday?
Meet the police on the 21st.
I don't remember when. I know they meet.
February.
I'll
The
call
police
in.
again. I'm not seeing.
That's okay, I'll call in. Okay, so Second Avenue and 99E parking issues. Betty?
Okay, mine is on what I call Little Pearl Street, you know, the big Pearl Street that goes down, and then on the other side of Malala is the little shorter Pearl Street that goes down. Well, you know, it's where the building, where you guys have a department up there. Is it planning is up in that area?
Oh, the old Copeland Lumber Yard?
Yes, yes, okay. Because it's a double yellow line, people have been parking right next to the building, and it's causing a lot of congestion and a lot of issues with the neighborhood. And since I'm on that neighborhood committee, they asked me to bring it to you guys. To
Can you be more
express-
specific? They're parking
They're parking like right next to the.
on Pearl Street.
On Pearl Street.
Okay.
And Pearl Street's pretty narrow, and it's got a double yellow. So if you try and, you have to kind of maneuver around in there, and it's hard to do so. There's not enough space.
People are parking on the north side.
Yes. next to the building.
21 Molalla.
Thank
is what we call it.
The other thing is, there's pretty big potholes on Division Street.
Is that new?
No. But it's the street that goes to the hospital, and if you're in an ambulance, you're already
I know. Okay.
running around quite a bit in the back.
That's supposed to be replaced, isn't it? I mean, not replaced, but redone.
That is definitely, I think that that's in, if not the next, the one after, doing that section, doing a portion of it. It needs a major overhaul.
It does.
Utility work,
Yeah.
you know, and that's on the list before, what is it, Leland, Myers and Leland?
That was another bad one.
Well, that one's so bad that apparently it can't get much worse. But Division is on the way to the hospital, so that's definitely on the list. So I'll just email the street division about the potholes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just the congestion there, I don't know what could be done on.
Yeah, we'll put that on the agenda.
Has there been anything more happening? Are they talking about construction being a year from this summer?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Okay, anything else for the good of the order? Awfully quiet. Okay, do we need a motion to adjourn?
Nope, just say meeting adjourned.
Meeting adjourned, guys. Thanks for coming.